Okay, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folani. Let's look at some political stories, and we could choose from a selection of quite a few, but let's go over to Edo State. And as you know, the elections are holding shortly, and we'll be looking into what the possibilities are there. We have our guest, Honorable Ehozua Agbonayima. He's a former member of the House of Representatives, APC chieftain. He's former senior aide to then Governor Oshiomhole. He's a member of the board of directors of Nigeria Railways, and is currently a federal commissioner in the Code of Conduct Bureau. A fine morning to you, Honorable Ehozua.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning to you, my brother, and good morning to all Nigerians, home and abroad.
Indeed.
Thank you for having me.
I was thinking that we had planned that we'll be looking into, preparations towards the elections and what the possibilities are for the various parties. That is, take your perspective on the strengths and weaknesses of all of the parties that will be contesting. Three main ones, in fact, I think just about the three, talking about the APC, the PDP, well, the PDP is incumbent, APC, that hopes to wrest power, and Labour Party. But then over the weekend, on the political sphere, there was a disturbance at a meeting in a local government, Ikpabaha, local government, where it was such that we hear that even the chairman and his wife had to be hospitalized as a result of that. Now, I was talking about a disturbance, but there's no evidence of that in that picture. Talk to me about the reported disturbance.
For correction, that was the woman leader, the husband
woman
of
leader.
the woman leader.
The woman leader.
Yeah, the husband was the one that was beaten mercilessly, hospitalized. Fortunately, we are praying to God that everything goes well.
That was after this report, that after the coverage that we've just seen.
Yeah, what happened was that a meeting was summoned by the chairman of the local government, as Honorable Sonny Ogbewe, who is the chairman of the party APC Bubaka local government. The meeting was convened in my family's house, where my mother was buried. Before my arrival there, I got a call that hoodlums sent by one Honorable Saraboy Dahosa, led by Conwell Agbovo and Mike Atosu, and many others. They have invaded the premises, beating up men and women, leaders, youth, destroying properties, destroying vehicles. And the most painful part of it for me was those elderly men that they were beating, that were seriously beaten up, and my mother's grave that was messed with. We don't need all these. We need peace.
You just mentioned some leaders. You just mentioned some names. Is this according to reports? Do you have this on good authority? Have you been able to verify that what you've just said was indeed the case, that those people that you have mentioned?
Of course, you are very correct. For your information, we have a lot of elder statesmen there. We have a retired commissioner of police, retired controller of prison. We have retired major of the army who was also beaten. They know them. We have some of them on video. Those who came to destroy, to cause mayhem, property destroyed, vehicle destroyed. And I want to say that I'm just praying to God Almighty, those that were injured seriously, the girl, quick recovery. Because because we don't deserve this, and they don't deserve this, the treatment that was meted upon them for having just a peaceful meeting at a private residence, my private residence, not a public place. But it was before I got there, they all took off and ran away. By then, they have already caused the damage, the destruction.
Okay, but
I think the police...
Is this an APC affair? No external... Was this intra? This was disturbances, contestations between fellow APC members?
Well, that is a serious question that needs a very serious answer. The bond of contention to that, in fact, is that, your question whether it was an internal issue or external issue, I would say it is both. The way, what is happening, what we are hearing now, that some leaders of APC and some member of PDP in Edo are working very hard, knowing fully that they have nothing to show for in order to regain the governorship of Edo State. I haven't seen what is on ground about Edo citizen, Edo resident. They know better. They know for a fact that APC is on ground, especially our own candidate, who is Senator Monday Okpebolo, and his Deputy Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. Because of their past antecedent, their report cards, what they have done in the past, what they can say to people, because you have to be able to buttress, to say, to convince the electorate what you have done before and what you intend to do. This is not about negative campaign or derogatory messages here and there. It's about bringing out things you have done in the past and what you intend to do to change the narratives of Edo State and Edo people. I think APC is on ground without being sentimental. Yes, by the grace of God, the people of Edo State will be the one to decide who should be their governor, and they know better that APC, Senator Okpebolo, will be the next governor of Edo State by the grace of God, while the Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, will be his deputy. Yes.
Well, what can we now deduce from what happened in terms of moving forward strategically, because we're talking about strategizing for the governorship election? This, clearly, you weren't expecting this. There will be many people that weren't expecting this. So from your position as an insider and a stakeholder, what inferences can now be derived from this?
Well, in the area on the subject matter about the destruction and the mayhem caused to our loyal party men and women, I think the party is looking into that. The state, ESCO, especially the Edo State APC chairman, Emperor, Jared Tenebe, and the secretary, Engineer Lawrence Oka, and other ESCO members of the party of APC. They are looking into the matter. In resolving the matter, also the matter have also been reported to the law enforcement, but that is the DSS and the police. Hopefully, those that were involved in this act be brought to book, and at least there's no way, no one had the right to lay hands, to beat up others, causing injury to other individuals. So you don't have the right, whether it's political, whether it's family, whether it's a friendship or whatever, it is against the law to cause mayhem, destruction of lives and property. It is unacceptable, and we, as APC, will not condone it, will not accept it, and definitely be dealt with by the leadership of APC in Edo State. And they are doing just that. That nobody has monopoly of violence, because some of those that were beaten up, some of them are police officers retired, some of them are military officers retired. They have children, home and abroad. Before a reprisal, before they have to take laws, having a self-help, it is better the law enforcement take immediate action, proactive measure, in order to apprehend those that perpetuated this havoc, this heroic, devilish act. I think it is a sad news for my people and for Edo people, and I don't think we should condole it. No one should condole it. And I'm appealing to the law enforcement, the DSS, and the police, which I have confidence in, to do justice to this so that peace can return back to Bubaoka local government. And going further, in the area of, moving ahead to see that we win this election, I believe that the state APC executive have put up a strategy. And I'm happy to say that we have a wonderful, wonderful friend, brother, senior brother, Senator Matthew, Urogide, a former senator. When he was at the Senate, he was the chairman of public account. He did excellently well in terms of infrastructural development constituency project that he brought to bear in the 7 local governments that he represented in Edo State. I can attest to his past antecedent. I was in the House at the time with him. I know what he did, that he's a man who has the capacity to bring everybody to the table, to enlighten, to talk to our people that, look, APC have come to stay. There's nobody that will say APC haven't done well in Edo State. Apart from APC, there's no other party that have done well. Apart from the era of Dr. S. Ogbemudia, Ambrose Ali, and Oshomole's era, today, Edo State people are suffering, and they are in pain. They are in agony. They all made a mistake, including all of us. We made a very huge mistake by supporting and voting for somebody that have not decided to be an emperor, a dictator, and have not decided to be a governor of himself, by himself, and with himself, not about the people. And as you can see, if you look around talking about our traditional institution that try to be ridiculed, but they will fail. Our traditional institution is something that we came up, we were born into it. Our forefathers have told us to respect our traditional institution. But here is somebody who is a son of the soil, try to derail the wheel of progress of traditional institution. Not only that, doing everything to divide the traditional institution. We only have one Oba, no 2, 3 Oba, one Oba. That's what we have in our Benin Kingdom. That is Oba Iware II, the Ogidiga. That is a governor who have done everything to not say to have traditional ruler. It is an aberration, it is sadist, it is unaccepted.
Okay,
acceptable. You cannot accept that. It is unacceptable.
Okay, I'll tell you something that it won't be news to you. It was sort of generally assumed that one commentator has said that the primary elections were almost degenerated into a do-or-die affair, almost. And this, it is conjectured, was because it was assumed that whoever got the APC ticket was, more or less automatically going to become the governor. Now, that exercise...
Yes, of course.
The APC exercise, that election exercise, it is thought that it has gone on giving rise to the expression of some silent party leadership tussles. And this disturbance that we spoke about from the beginning might well be a part of it. So I guess against that background, I can ask the question, how optimistic are you that APC can come together as the unified united party that it needs to be if your co-contestants for for the governorship house, for the governor's lodge, if they're not to take advantage of a seeming disarray within the APC. Now, I said because fences were mended and it has been commented upon that somehow they've come together. Even contestants spoke very well. But are there silent party leadership tussles?
Well, let me tell you something that APC is as strong as ever. And anyone that is doubting that, well, You are on your own. But I can tell you without fear or favor that APC that I know, over the years, we have always come out on top. We are as united as ever. Yes, they were, at the time, during the primary, you know what happened, you saw what happened. We have put all that behind. The candidate itself, Senator Mondo Okpebholo, the Right Honorable Dennis Idausa, who is the deputy to Senator Mondo Okpebholo now, our governorship candidate, they are working together. It's like now, it's like they are the same parents, same family, born into one parent. And they are like brothers, and they are friends now. They are working as a team in order for us to win. And the state ESCO, I'm telling you, what they are doing, this is, I think the opposition, they don't even know what is happening, what is coming before them. So they want to take us as for granted. They don't know that APC, we know what it takes. The people with us, they are with us. The Edo people are with us. That's what matters, because Edo people have suffered enough. They have suffered enough. Talking about MOU, nothing to write home about. This is not about, this campaign is going to be the easiest campaign that you can ever imagine because of what they have done to the people. The people are angry. Oh, yes. Yes, people are angry. They are very angry. Edo State people, we are very, let me tell you this. I contested as a House of Rep, and I know what the people can do. Both the Christian community, the Muslim community, the teachers, the artisans, market women, the youth, the others, you see them coming out to embrace APC. Because why? Senator Mondo Okpebholo is not a talkative. He is not a noisemaker. He is a doer. And if you look at Right Honorable Dennis Idausa, go and look at what he did as a member House of Rep in the constituency. It's on record. You can't beat that. So nobody can take that away from him. Nobody can take what Senator Mondo Okpebholo have done for his people. Even before he became, a senator, this young man has done so well, so much for his people in Edo Central. Just because he's not always on television, he's not showing all those that he has done in the past, that doesn't mean that he's not working. He has worked for his people. That's the reason why the people voted for him in the first place. To be a senator, somebody that was not known, he never contested for councillorship, not for House of Rep, not even for House of Assembly. He contested for senatorial seat of Edo Central. Guess what? He won. He won, excellently. So what can you say about such person who have no bad records, no blemish? You cannot lay hands on any negative things about our APC candidate. So let them come and tell us that they call themselves technocrat. Look, our Edo people are saying they are not talking about big grammar. They want to be able to have 2-3 square meals a day, not the biggest English, person.
What you just
to say, this guy can speak English or he can speak grammar. No. Those that will come to do the needful and put food on their table, to have good educational system, good healthcare system. I'm talking about good roads, good infrastructural development, and having the best for our people. That is what matters. Not about rhetorics, not about being able to spend more money on advertisement, on advert, on social media. No. Yes, social media is good. But our people, there are some of our people, they don't even know what is social media in the villages.
You've gone into some areas
to talk about.
Very good. Yes. In terms of the strategizing for the governorship election, you've got into some areas that are out there. You're talking about Senator Monday Okpebholo. He's, a very reticent person, but you yourself have said that it's not about all those being glib with the talk and all of that, because that, quite frankly, you've answered it, but it is a criticism that has been heard that when compared with the candidate of Labour Party and the candidate of the PDP, perhaps he might be found short. But you've answered it ahead by saying all those things that I was going to bring up, that you do certainly need a person who can communicate. But you are saying that he communicates by action, not by words, right?
No, not only by action. Not only by action. He's a grassroots shooter. He's a grassroots. As I'm talking to you right now, he's moving everywhere. He's meeting people. You might not see it on television. That's what he did.
Why?
How he won.
But why don't
that senatorial seat.
But why? Okay,
Huh?
okay. I was going to say, but why? Why politicians?
Because the reason. No. Because when it was not lifted, the campaign wasn't lifted. So you cannot be campaigning when it was not lifted by INEC. You have to. It's a man of authority who obey laws and order. So you have to adhere to INEC policy and regulation. So now INEC have already released lifted the ban on campaign. You will see him swinging himself and his deputy and all the APC leader in Edo State, both home APC member, both home and abroad. And I'm happy today, even the deputy, Right Honorable, Dennis Idausa, have traveled to the other part of the country, other part of the world. He went to UK, he went to Italy, he went to Germany, he's going to US, and he's going to so many countries try to talk to our sons and daughters because they also have a role to play because they have family back home that they can always talk to because it is because of them that the people of Edo State are still surviving. All the money, dollars, pounds, euro they have been sending back home is what have been surviving the people of Edo State. Edo State are the abject, suffering, hardship is impended on Edo as I'm talking to you. And what we hear, MOU, and nothing positive you can show to Edo people. Edo people are wiser. They are smarter now. You cannot deceive them anymore. You deceived them before. 4 plus 4. Talk back. Today, look at where we are. Just look at where we are. No one man or woman can say, yes, I supported this friend, this brother, our Governor Obaseki. Look at what he has turned Edo State to. It is unfair to many of us. It's unfair to our dear sons and daughters, our fathers, our mothers. This is not what we bargained for. Yes, this is not what we bargained for. But we can change that with Senator Monday Okpebholo and Right Honorable Dennis Idausa. The rest will be history. Where we have people that are people-oriented, that will carry the people along, that will think about those in the rural areas, that will think about those, handicaps, thinking about the elderly, thinking about the youth and the women. They have been forgotten. After using them, they have dumped them.
We'll be right back and we'll continue with this conversation. Okay, welcome back. Honorable Ehozua Agbonayima is our guest this morning. And, he is an elder in the PDP. I beg your pardon, forgive me, in APC. He's a former member of the House of Reps. He's an APC chieftain. Nothing to do with PDP at all. He's a former...
PDP, I'm sorry, please, no PDP or APC.
That's why I underlined it. I said it again. Former aide to Governor... Former aide to then Governor Oshiomhole, a member of the board of directors of Nigeria Railways, and is currently a federal commissioner in the Code of Conduct Bureau. And actually, you've come up with a lot of stuff. But then, as I've just sort of reintroduced you as, well, you're an APC chieftain. So ordinarily, you would have the attitude that you have had that, the APC is something of the strongest party in going into this election. Let's look at it. I suppose, on what basis are you saying that? Because I've heard APC people criticize the incumbent administration in Edo on account of competence. Maybe, yes, on account of competence, that there are things that people expected, and so the electorate is going to have to be looking at some issues. And Edo voters They're highly sophisticated, knowledgeable, educated, so they know what's what. Now, if we were to look at that matter of competence, in what areas would you say the incumbent administration is lacking and that APC could fix? Let's stay with competence for the moment.
Well, I wouldn't use the word whether competence or no competence. Let me be fair. Sense of reality. The word's competence doesn't arise here. I'll say this without fear of favor.
Okay, so it's a competent administration is what you're allowing.
Yes. So, thank you. So I don't want to use the word to him, competency. Maybe the administration have not done well in terms of it requires collective effort of everybody to put Edo State in the right perspective. Not just only the governor, other people that work with him. For the governor, at least we believe that he have the capacity. That is why then Comrade Adam Oshomole brought him. And he worked with him. We all worked together at the time with Comrade Governor then. I wouldn't say that he was a man without competency. We saw that competency in him. That's why he was chosen. But no, people change. Some people try to pretend. And under pretension, and exactly that's what brought him to bear, that he became the governor because all of us, everybody believed that he was the right person, even though at the time a lot of people said to Comrade, look, this is not the right person. And he was the head of economy team. By the time he became governor, the first thing he did to say was that, if people want him to spend government money, and he doesn't want to spend government money, for God's sake, come on. That is just cheap blackmail. To blackmail the people that elected you. So what he now decided to do is to take everything to himself, aggregated everything to his person, that he was the only one now in charge, not responsible to anybody. Those who elected him, in politics, you must have leaders. When people say godfatherism, godfather, even when I was in secondary school, I have godfather, I have godmother. So it doesn't stop you from, it's just to be able to gain an advice, somebody that have attained, that have excel in different areas, try to gain some superior argument, to be advised, to be given some, reasonable advice that can help you, to guide you and lead you to success, to, good administration.
Okay. So
at the end
really,
of the day, what happened? What happened? He decided to take the government as his own personal property. Now, those that work with him that suffered to make him the governor, he pushed them aside. And everybody that is bringing to Edo to work is outside Edo State, Lagos, Delta, and other states. Why those in Edo have been forgotten? At least, we heard about 200,000 youth employment. It is only when there's an election, you now begin to give SA to the youth and some women in order to help them, for the election period. Other than that, look at the rural area. How many roads that he can boast of today? Go to GROA today, GROA in a government house. When it rains, just 5 minutes rain, we're in a deep, deep trouble. It becomes second Ikuba River. That is what is happening in Edo. Look at all the 7 local government. I'm talking about 7 local government in Edo South. You go to Edo Central. You go to Edo Central.
You seem to be saying that the governor hasn't done as much as he has the capacity to do. That's your complaint now.
He has the capacity, but he have not showed that capacity. So we thought he was going to show that great capacity that we're believing in him.
Okay.
You go to yourself. Go and take a view.
Just commended the governor.
You should do what we call investigative
journalism. Together. You said, sir, that you all worked together. You know he's competent. You know his capacity. But for some reason, he didn't do that which he has the capacity to do. And, well, yes, the bottom fell out. I've also heard APC people say that he picks quarrels with just about everybody, including, I think, even the Royal Palace and that kind of a thing. And these are all problems. But I'll let you come and do your own, whatever you wanted to comment. But in the meantime, Mazi Okorafor has coming on the line. Let me just take this viewer, and then I'll come back to you. Good morning, Mazi Okorafor.
Good morning, Sayori. You see, the issue is not a question of who is coming, who is not coming. It does stay for now. It's what we call a time bomb, because at the departure of, or the movement of Shaibu, it has time loss for the ruling party. Now, what the ruling party should be talking about and how to reconcile, which I know is very shaky. Now, if they don't reconcile with Shaibu, the possibility of saying that nothing like this hour, there's nothing like a landslide, it's no longer possible, because everybody now is a shine your eye. Now, the question now is that I will advise those other political parties that as you are fighting for this, you are strategizing that strategic management. When you talk about strategic management decision, all this, there's no time to explain what to talk about strategic management theory. They should try as much as possible. All those loopholes, they should come up with a tangible answer that this is what the present government have not done. This is how they are going to that they should put to mark them. That is that's what they should be them. And it's try as much as possible to make sure that when you are campaigning, the current government should do that. Allow everybody to campaign, because the situation whereby when they start seeing billboards from different political parties, the ruling party starts pulling it out. It doesn't show any kind of maturity among the politicians. Allow other politicians, whether they put their post, but as soon as they say they pay the two amount, allow their billboards to be there. If they come to a state, they have state, allow them carry that part the way they carry other things. That is what we call a uniform, a landing ground for everybody. So that go and test that business. And I want the youth, now that the campaign will be starting now, or is about to start, don't allow anybody to use you as a weapon of mass destruction. At the end of the day, look at the school fees. I was so happy when I opened page 7 or page 9 of the Punch. See that Lagos State government has taken so billion for SSCE for 50-something thousand students of Lagos in Lagos State schools. I was very happy. This is what the government should be talking about, doing for the masses, that like what Lagos State government, that's what they call they're taking the education to the grass, that every child that is best in Lagos was right there, says here, I'll go to that. This is what that is what the opposition party should be thinking about.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mazi. Really appreciate you, Mazi Okorafor. Okay, you heard him, Honorable. Yes. Would you like to comment on that?
Well, I think he just made his point, and he was right, because I was even surprised that the governor was so low to be removing billboards of other political party, his opponents, which is totally wrong. It's unfair to those that spend so much money to install those billboards, and now he's removing them. That means he's afraid. He's afraid, That is the reason why he's removing billboard. Whether he remove billboard or not, Edo people knows better. They know what is happening, and they are the ones to decide who should be the next governor. And I can assure you, my people, I know my people very well. They are going to chase a PDP. They are chasing PDP out of Edo State. As a matter of fact, PDP is
another caller has come on the line.
Issue right here.
Moment, I'll come right back to you. Another caller has come on the line. Good morning, Mr. Yakub.
Yeah, good morning, Chibiori, and good morning to Honorable.
Yes.
Chibiori.
How are you, my brother? Good morning.
For me, I'm good, sir. For me, I don't have doubt in my mind that PDP in Edo State, especially led by the present governor, they have not been doing well. You know why? If you're a leader in a state and then you don't want to allow any opinion except yours, that doesn't make you a good leader. Why am I saying that? If you could remember, Shivyori, this is the only governor, if it is not second one, I think it should be first one, that was not allowed people that was voted for in their own constituencies to become a member of state assembly, and then he ruled that state with, I think, maybe 6 or 7 members that loyal to him. So, and then you cannot see the reason why some of people objected to state policing. When we have never even had a state policing, a governor was so powerful to the extent that, in fact, I could remember sometime he put a stand in the front of National Assembly and all that. And then this is also a governor that makes sure that the deputy governor that make somebody in Bayelsa State lost his position, even when he already won the election, maybe 2 or 3 days to swear in. A deputy governor that make that person lost that very particular state. And then your own deputy governor that they voted for you together, you make sure that this guy was not really. Although I don't have sympathy for Shuaibu. You know why? Why? Because Shuaibu as a person, but a finger that fed him so much. And then I can tell you, if it is not Shuaibu, I stand to be corrected. This present governor could have not won that election because he was never a politician. Honorable Decido already make us know that. Even though they are tried Oshiomhole as at that time, that this is the not right person. But it's also a lesson for a leader like Adam Oshiomhole. Although, for me, I don't know how Governor Sulum, and then the former governor of that Borno state, Kashim Shettima, I don't know the magic those 2 guys do. We have never had them have conflict.
All right.
They stand out in this conflict. Okay. So why can't the other people learn from this guy?
Okay.
I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. Yakub. Thank you, Yakub, for calling in. Honorable, you are smiling. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
You know, he's just right on point. He has said it all. As a matter of fact, you know, it's against the law. It's against our constitution. The constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. No state House of Assembly can operate less than 24 or more than 44. While Edo State operated for 4 years, that is an aberration. That is an abuse of power. Now, Edo State has become a reference point as of today, where those that were elected with him in the same party, APC, he refused to swear them in. That is a violation. Whether today, because there's no time bound, somebody will pay dearly for it at the end of the day. That act, that singular act, is a total violation of the Constitution. Another one that he have also done, withholding the statutory order, federal allocation made for traditional institution, is a violation of the Constitution. The governor have no right to withhold or withhold the allocation of the traditional institution. It's a statutory order. That is another violation. Now, let me say this. Edo people are not sleeping. They are aware about all this. Try to cause mayhem. He said APC was bad. He moved to PDP. He got to PDP. He destroyed PDP. PDP is not even issue we should contend with right now. Even Labour are ahead of PDP. PDP is not on ground in Edo State, for God's sake. We are only concerned about our people, to talk to them. This is the time for them to redeem, to reclaim their mandate back to them, because they have suffered enough. Come on.
Okay.
Even the blind man can feel the pain what my people are going through.
1 second, please. Professor Edmund has called in from Enugu. Good morning to you, Professor.
Yeah, good morning, my brother Yuri.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
I hope I'm on the air.
Yes, you are right now.
You people are discussing about Edo politics and the upcoming election, right?
That is right.
Yes. I'm not from Edo, neither am I from the South. But this is the time. This is the time for Edolites or Edo people to punish PDP as a political party, just because of Obaseki. Obaseki, sorry to use this word, this phrase. Obaseki is the most wicked politician in this country.
No, but Professor, you know you can't say that. You know you can't say that. And that is your personal opinion.
This is my point of view. Without House of Assembly, posterity will never forgive that man. We are talking about dictatorship. How else can you define dictatorship? Mr. Obaseki is an embodiment of dictatorship. And Edo people, just because of Edo people, this is their time to pay back.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much for calling in, Professor. Our professor has expressed some very, very strong opinions this morning. Thank you for calling in. I was a bit surprised, but you heard him. Do you also want to object to the language of the professor? Honorable.
I don't want to be derogatory. I don't want to use negative words. That is the most wicked person. I wouldn't use that to describe him as the most wicked person, governor in Nigeria, even though that I'm against his policy and his ways of doing things. I still see him as a son who should change from his ways and do the right thing. He knows the right thing. And okay. I have nothing against Aswen. I have nothing against Aswen that he's projecting. What I would say about the issue is that Edo people are no longer interested in technocrat. When you bring people from Lagos, they are not on ground. They are not closer to the people. Senator Monde Okpebholo is a grassroots shooter. He's closer to the people. He's a man of the people. He's with the people, and the people will elect him. They will support him and make sure that he becomes the governor of Edo State.
And they will be hearing from him directly very shortly.
Yes, yeah. But before I go off the air, let me correct. There's information.
Very briefly, please.
I was on this program. I was on this program some time ago, and I said something about undeclared crude oil, stolen crude oil that have been stolen, undeclared crude that went to global destination. That I also spoke about the Accountant General of the Federation, who stole over 211 billion naira. I never said it was Attorney General of the Federation. I say Accountant General of the Federation. Not
okay. You just corrected.
Attorney General. But I hear people
has been put across,
writing that they are quoting me saying...
Due regard has been taken.
That is false.
Okay.
That is false.
Well, we've run out of time, sir. I beg your pardon. We have completely run out of time. But I do want to thank you very much. I think at the bottom you came back around to Senator Monde Okpebholo, your candidate in the election, and you've said that you fully expect him to deliver the goods. Thank you very much for coming on the program, Senator Honorable. Okay, then.
Thank you.
That's Honorable Ehie Agbonoyema, former member of the House of Representatives and APC chieftain. So that's our program. Do please join us on Monday for a fresh edition. In the meantime, do have a great weekend. Bye-bye for now.